Recently, we had about 10 trees that we had to chop down, and these were like 200 feet trees. Jesus. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Peaches, and yes, you have not seen me in a while, but I have been so busy here at Healthy Life Farms. We have been giving birth to new chick babies, and we've been building new chicken coops, and we've had so many projects going on here. So we had some dangerous trees here around our home, so we just chopped down about 200 feet tall trees, and then we had to chop up all of the branches and move them into the woods, use some of the wood for firewood, and we also kept the trees because we may be building a cabin soon. Not sure, but we're thinking about it. But anyways, let me show you what we've been busy doing over the past year. Let me just show you. Let me turn this camera around. So right here is our incubator. We actually have 2 of them, but I think this is the last batch of chickens we're going to incubate for the year of 2021. Here they are. Say hey. I think there's 6 chick babies in here. They're so cute and fluffy. And so yeah, we've got a total of 60. This will be 66 chickens or 67 chickens. Yeah. So that's what we've been doing here, and so I've been having a ball being a chick mom. I really do enjoy my chickens, and yeah. So I'm gonna give you guys some clips of my garden this year. I haven't posted any garden videos, I don't think, this year at all. So I'm gonna give you guys some clips of my garden this year, and I'm gonna have a fall garden as well. But like I said, there's so many chores that still need to be done, and that's what we're gonna be working on. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for stopping by my channel, and enjoy, guys. There's so many beans to harvest, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these harvested before the storm starts again. I feel like we actually live in a rainforest, and we don't, but it's been raining all week, so everything is needed to be harvested. So let's go ahead and get these harvested. And the chard leaves are looking so wonderful this time of year. Look how big these are. I'm really enjoying the chard. This is what it looks like all the way down. The chickens love the Swiss chard as much as I do, so I wanted to make sure I planted plenty enough for them. Right here is some Chinese mustard greens that I'm growing. Look at that, guys. Another ground cherry. I'm gonna have to pull that up. Matter of fact, I'll grab it right now. Yeah. I have some growing in the greenhouse, so I'll just toss this in compost. I have more chard growing right here. And then collarvates being attacked by the worms. That's okay. I'm gonna cut those off, give them to the chickens, and then they'll look lovely in the fall. So over here I have my elderberry plants that are growing in planters. I have one here, and then I have one right here. And this is chocolate mint for tea. So over here is going to be more for teas. So this is chocolate mint, and right here is lemon balm. So right here is some lemon thyme, and it smells amazing. and I love cooking with herbs, and I like to put herbs in my bread sometimes. So yeah, this is some lemon thyme. I have my Meyer lemon right here, and in my seeding area right here, I'm growing dahlias that hopefully will bloom. It looks like we're gonna have blooms before my birthday. I'll go around and show you those. And then I have another lemon tree right here. I think that's a lime tree. This is a tangerine tree right here. So I think both of these are tangerine trees, if I'm not mistaken. And lime, more strawberries, and more lemon. So let me take you through my arbor. Okay, so as we walk through the arbor, you saw my roses in the other clip. Right here is my cut flower, and that's a hydrangea right here. Such a pretty blue, really pretty. Guys, look at my grapes. Aren't they doing lovely? They're growing alongside this fence all the way down. And then it goes up, 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 up on this trellis and around. I'm just loving it. And this actually grows roses and also kiwi plant that's growing alongside this trellis. I wanted to show you this beautiful, beautiful rose that just opened up. Look at that. This is my newest rose added to the garden this year. And this right here is called Tropical Lightning, and it's gonna be growing up this trellis right here, so I'm so excited about it. So guys, this is my blackberry cattle panel that my husband put up for me, and look at all the blackberries. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these this morning, and I've been harvesting these blackberries almost on a daily basis since they've been ripening. So I'll go ahead and harvest some of these, and they just come right off like so, and then I bring them inside, I rinse them off, and right now I've just been freezing them. I might go ahead and make some blackberry jam later, just not sure. If they look like they have been messed with by a bird, then I'll just throw it back down so the birds can have it. So yeah, this is growing on a cattle panel actually, and it goes around this way. Guys, look at this massive tree. It's a citrus fruit that I grew by seed, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna get, but anyway, here's the cattle panel. It goes up and around. And right now they're just growing sort of on one side and in the middle. So yeah, there's tons of blackberries. I wasn't expecting such a nice harvest this year. Had a small harvest last year, but this year I'm getting so many blackberries. Wow, that one's big and juicy. And these are huge blackberries. Look how big they are. Well guys, I'm switching over here to this trellis over here near my sitting area, which is right over here. And there's more of the purple beans right over here, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest these today as well. Right here is some purple sage. Then we have some French marigolds and some lettuce, more Swiss chard. Right here, all the way down, is my meat squash. And you're probably wondering, Peaches, what are these little stakes that you have in? What that is it's not so it can grow up. It's just so it can guide my vines that are vining out straight instead of coming out this way, because I'm going to be growing my watermelon, pumpkins, different things like that. And I want to try to grow everything in a straight line. As you can see, I don't mind it going this way towards the fence, because that's okay, even though I'm going to be planting flowers alongside the fence, or wildflowers. But at least that's what I think I'm going to plant, either that or some type of edible, I'm not sure. But you see how that one's growing right there. So yeah, so it's gonna go. Then I have more ground cherries that I need to transplant, although that looks so lovely in the bundle like that. But if you look down, there's several plants that are growing, so I'm gonna have to gently dig that up. And also that one right there. But they are looking nice and pretty, but I mean, I have like hundreds of plants everywhere. There's a nice little bundle right there. I'm gonna let that one stay. Maybe that one stay, not sure. I'm gonna have my pumpkins growing all down here. Anyways, here's a pepper volunteer. And I'm gonna be separating that pretty soon. Then right here is my phlox. It is such a beautiful, beautiful perennial. Phlox has a nice scent, not overpowering. I like the fact that you can cut this phlox and put it in vases, and it seems to last for a very long time. I have more dahlias there, more dahlias coming in here. And look right here, guys, this particular dahlia is called Peaches. Believe it or not, it is called Peaches, and it looks amazing. The flower looks amazing. I can't wait to see it bloom. I have more dahlias here, and right here is my pomegranate, and it's flowering this year. So I'm really excited about that. And these are the rocks I was telling you guys about. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna put them in this particular style, but right now you kind of get the drift of it. They're all natural, so I'm trying to work with things natural to the land. And then right over here, guys, you see this? Isn't it beautiful? This is a kiwi plant, but there is a problem. This is a female kiwi plant, and my male kiwi plant did not make it. So I'm in the market for either a self-pollinating kiwi plant or a male kiwi plant. So I'm gonna be searching for that, because all this foliage, these beautiful leaves, and all these beautiful leaves, and we have not a single fruit, because it won't give me fruits without the male. And I have more dahlias planted over here, and this is another pomegranate tree. Hi, chickies. Tree that had to stand back up. It had fell down through the storm. And right here are my tomatoes growing on this trellis, and doing pretty good. I have cherry tomatoes, white cherry tomatoes, and the trellis is filling out. I think I have more tomatoes I need to pick. I have a few that are ripening on the vine. I can show you that. Uh-oh. There it is. I think these are money makers. Yeah. I'm gonna pick this one too. And over here are some of my larger tomatoes, like right there. I think that's a breakfast tomato. And then these are my white cherry tomatoes right here. These are my white cherry tomatoes. So in here, guys, are more of my squash. And I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these squash today. And right over here is my courtyard. Little garden with a wishing well. And it's on a solar system, so it's not sunny out right now, so it's not on. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this one right here today. I think it's ready to be harvested. Yeah, I like it like that size, but I have larger ones as well. I'm gonna show you some of the larger ones. I'm gonna harvest as many as I can today. I have all different types. I have white ones, more through in there. You see all those? I have green stripe ones. Over there. So yeah, today I'm gonna harvest. That's a huge one right there. So let's get these harvested today. Okay, so I harvested most of my squash, although I did leave a few on the vine, and it looks like it's I'm starting to get squash bugs. But anyway, I'm over here by the peppers, and right here are some cayenne peppers I'm gonna harvest. Just harvest a bell pepper, and a few more peppers I'm gonna harvest today. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now over in the pepper patch. Let me just come out here and show you this right here. I have one row of peppers here, a row here, a row there, and a row back there. And I want to show you my new grapevines. I have some new grapevines growing, and these are going to be like Concord grapes to grow up this fence. And I have one right there. You can see that. Where's that at? In the picture? Let's see. Let's walk over there. There's another one right there. And hopefully it'll grow up this 6-foot fence, and it'll give me luscious table grapes is the plan. Okay guys, so after I harvest these peppers, then I'm gonna swing over here to the pumpkin patch and harvest some squash that's been growing since I think about April. So the squash, and they're just about done now. As you can see, they're starting to die back. And the next are my watermelon that is growing, and I have more squash growing, cantaloupe and honeydew melons growing as well in this patch right over here. Okay guys, so I have watermelon growing, and apparently I don't have enough growing because my husband eats almost a watermelon every 2 days. But I am growing it. As you can see, I have that variety. I think that's super sweet that I just showed you. This right here is Charleston Gray, I think. And this is a super sweet watermelon. But I am excited to harvest my meat squash. Look at that. I have meat squash I'm gonna harvest, and look, it's being demolished by these squash bugs. So guys, I have several more of the meat squash, but I'm just gonna leave those on a few more days, or maybe another week or so before I harvest it. I'm gonna wait for this area right here to turn all the way brown. Although the tendril is brown, I'm just gonna wait for it to die all the way back before I harvest it, because it looks like more of the squash is trying to grow. I see some baby squash growing, so I'm gonna just leave those for now. Look at more watermelon, another Charleston Gray right here, and another watermelon right there. I'm not sure if I showed you one of my all-time favorite squash is the butternut squash, and I have several butternut squash growing. Let me see, I have several going this way. Let me come over here. Yeah, there's several butternut squash going there. I think I see some tiny honeydew melons, so I don't want to jinx myself, so I'm just going to hold off showing you that for right now. Well, I came over here to my raised bed garden area to get some fresh greens, mainly my Swiss chard. And this is my backup garden area. I'm going to be planting my fall crops here. And I have some tatsoi growing right here. There's some Chinese cabbage and obviously the marigolds. These are the French marigolds and more Swiss chard. And all of my beds here, this one right here is 17 inches high, which is going to help a lot with my back. And these right here, all my green beds, are 15 inches high. And I'm planting more of my Swiss chard here, corn, and corn that's coming up right here, and also some cucumbers, have some peppers and more Swiss chard. And then these 3 beds I'm going to be filling up. So I'm filling up my beds with my own soil, a mixture of cocoa coil, organic topsoil, some composting of my own, and some Dr. Earth. So yeah, so this is like a little sneak peek. I'm not finished planting in my raised bed garden yet, but this is my current project right now. Okay guys, so here's my harvest for today. I have some Swiss chard and some tatsoi, a bushel of green beans, more leafy greens, and I harvested a meat squash here. And the stem had turned brown, so I went ahead and harvested that one. And more squash plants here. Peppers, more squash, more leafy beans, and another meat squash, a few tomatoes, and more squash. So that's my rainy day harvest. And that concludes today's video. Have a blessed day, everyone.